Alright. So you want to tank and spank on your Commando. I've seen the other YouTube videos for Commando tutorials. Pretty cringe. So let's start with expertise. All the way down, full improved stand fast, 1 point suppressing fire, maxed out cluster bombs, maxed out killing spree, real armor, the AoE shredder, luck, constitution, position secured, only missing 1 point in the action reduction, and then focused and lethal beam. Gear, 5-piece frontman set, exotics, heavy weapon damage and crit, raw crit chance. Experimenting with suit attributes right now, it's full constitution, 315 points, and then 210 points in luck, precision, strength. Buffs, get all the buffs you can. Everything from your Moosey Injector, med buffs. Entertainer buff, I do crit chance, action reduction, even with group, because this is my group Commando build, even with the limited action, when you got your GA with you. You still want to have a little bit of action reduction, and I'll show you why. Get your crystal buffs, frontman. I'll run all the buffs. I put all my buffs on a bar. I generally run Breath of Heaven. Unless I'm doing a lot of A to B, then I'll use a Kerrigan. And we're at the Night Sister Stronghold. This is where I like to stress test builds. So, let's see. Your secondary food, you can resist fire, bleed, poison, or snare. We'll hold off on that. We'll see what these Night Sisters do. I kind of forget sometimes. Oh, pups. Damage for your heavy weapon. And we'll go and keep them on cold. Now, when you're switching to your rifle, yep, and all the rifle attacks, all of them, focus fire, sweeping fire, the grenades. Now, empowered attacks, I really honestly don't use too much. That's a placeholder till I get my GCW buffs back. That'll be swapped for Last Man Standing, or whichever one helps you pop up whenever you get capped. Now, your rifle power up, crit. I'm using a heat element rifle because that can stack with electric, acid, or cold, running a cold heavy weapon. So you see the bottom row, heavy weapon attacks, top row is rifle attacks. And I got my plasma mines over here. I recommend, the only hardware advice I can give you is get an MMO mouse. Either that or hotkey 6 or 7 through 12. Something that's easily reachable. Oh, alright, so we got him. Oh, let's get our officer up and running. Because again, this is for a group build, operating on the assumption you have unlimited action. We'll put a Kerrigan on this guy. And we'll save the crystal and shard buffs for another time, but we'll go ahead and pup him up. Drop his banner too, why not? Oh, good waste of superior firepower. So, the real key, if you're going to tank and spank on a Commando, you don't have any taunts, so to be the tank, to hold that aggro, you got to have the DPS. Well, let's start with the gold over here. So this part, you really got to pay attention to my toolbar, because that's what's showing you everything that I'm doing. I mean, it is just button mashing. You're just waiting for stuff to hit the cooldown again, so you can smack it. When you have single target, pop your killing spree first. Alright, so we got that. Now we hit the cluster bombs. Why is my dude firing his macro? Well, we gotta fix that real quick. What is going on with that? Oh, that's right. I'm in an area that... Alright, let's go out into the wilds. All his macros got dumped the second I came in. Oh, that's stupid. Alright, well, let's show you what happens when you are low on action. Because if you're... Let's say you're in Tuscan King, and you're assigned to camp at a warlord spawn, then obviously park him right over here. No pause chains command exists to be dumped. There's obviously going to be points, like, let's say you don't have a very good GA and you can't proc a lot. Or you just, it's one of those times when you're by yourself, like in Tuscan King. I mean, you're going to run out of action, and you have four attacks that are pretty much free. That's your dot applicator, that is sweeping fire on the rifle, armor shredder, and what's this one called? Suppressive fire. Oh, we got a pirate on us. I let my kill meter build up a little bit right there. But yeah, man, you're popping your attacks just as quickly as you can. You're switching between your rifle and your heavy weapon, and you just keep cranking out the attacks. That kill meter builds up. Hit an ability. Alright, so let's grab my officer, get him back on follow, and we'll get out of here. I completely forgot this was a macro free zone. I don't run any macros on any of my commandos. 3 of them that I have at the moment. Alright, so let's get out of here. And let's go find some mobs out in the wild. Again, stand fast all the way down. Don't bother with the AoE resistance for group stuff. This video gets some traction, gets a few thousand views. I'll show you my solo commando build. Really only move around 4 or 5 points, but which 4 or 5 points? That's the question, isn't it? Alright, now the area's starting to populate. So let's get ready for a fight. Alright, he's still on follow. Got the assist macro going. And yeah, we'll just jump right into it. Helps if I'm on the right floor. Alright, so now that we got multiple enemies, we'll pop the cluster bombs as often as we can. And I don't recommend watching, if you're watching this video, try and get on a TV screen so you can actually see what I'm doing on my toolbar. Because the name of the game is just smashing your keyboard or your mouse. Like I said, I recommend getting an MMO mouse. Oh, there we go. Let's find a big group. Let's find a big cluster of them. Looks like we got 4 over here. How many we got over here? Oh, well, I know what to do. Pop and stand fast. Not even sure how many that we got right here, but it's quite a bit. I'm not sure how many that was. It was at least 8. But yeah, throw your heavy weapon on one row, all your heavy weapon attacks. Then rifle on one row, all your rifle attacks. And the part that I can't really teach, it's something you're just going to have to practice, is just hitting all these commands as soon as they're on cooldown. And, you know, I'm not perfect at it either. You probably watching the video and be like, you didn't hit Plasma Mine, you didn't hit this. And, yeah. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Or like when I'm running up, I try and save my action. Like, I'll hit the ones that are pretty much free. And again, the attacks that are pretty much free, again, is your dot applicator, burn down, armor shredder, suppressing fire, and sweeping fire. You just gotta be careful with sweeping fire. It's a cone AoE, so it's gonna hit anything behind it within 65 meters. So you can either use that as a really nice pull, like check this out. You see all these rain cores? Oh, fuck. Still got that macro going. Now do be careful pulling the rain cores because they actually perk quite a bit. They got quite a bit of strike through on them. But yeah, assuming you don't have a bot following you, sweeping fire is a nice cone AoE ability for commandos to use. If you're pulling, stuff like that. Or if you want to try and apply that heat dot to multiple targets at once. Because again, we're trying to stack. Let's try and find an elder somewhere. Let's kind of stay back. We'll tab target through these guys. Something that I actually have to fight for a little bit. Or we'll just do a quick switch. Oh. Nope, I already fucked it up. And see, we're dumping those kilometer points just as quickly as we can. Again, you're just button mashing like a little motherfucker, hitting all these abilities. picked up someone else. Looks like another cluster's forming over here, so let's go over there. Oh. Let's avoid those guys. Come on over here. Oh, well, let's just attack this Rancor lair. Because this is kind of a good example. Let's say this Rancor lair here is a boss that you're fighting. Then, of course, the Rancors are just mobs that are surrounding ads or whatever they're surrounding. Let's go ahead and just spam all of our attacks. Plus, Bomb has a really quick cooldown timer, so you'll constantly be switching to keep applying that. Yep, tossing all of our grenades, and bumped our heal a little bit, and oh yeah, we already destroyed it. It kind of gets chaotic, like sometimes I have a hard time paying attention to everything. Like the weaker mobs, like whatever the fuck those are, the elites. Like, you'll be killing them so quickly, it's easier just to target the main boss in the fight, like you're running OGs or Avatar or something. Just find the toughest thing and just attack that, and your AoEs will do the rest of the work for you. Ah, shit. And I hotkey the toggle auto attack to the F key. Key map, character, or target. All the way at the bottom, toggle repeat auto attack, hotkey to F. Really easy. You hit tab, you target the next thing, hit the F key. You don't have to worry about it. Unless if you're going through a bunch of different targets, if you're just killing stuff really quickly, yeah, then at that point just hold down the left mouse button. But let's see if I can't target these guys and hit them before my bot does. And, you know, I have a pretty solid macro for the officer too, so, I mean, he's putting in work as well. But I'm really trying to find a gold lead out here somewhere. They're around here. Night Sister and Singing Mountain Clan Elders. Oh, here we go. This is exactly what we're looking for. So, let's go ahead and reapply. Looks like, ah, shit. And again, you look at the toolbar, I'm just popping stuff just as quickly as I can. Like 50 kilometer, like we want to use that kilometer up as quickly as we can. I mean, just literally just going back and forth between rifle and heavy weapons, just constantly. That 4200 heal, I have first aid training just right above the self heal. And I pop it a lot. It's a useful ability. It should always be on your toolbar. I mean, and that's pretty much it. Get geared up, get buffed up, use this expertise setup, pause it, screenshot it, do whatever you need to do. That's the commando side. This is assault. And let's recap the gear. I like the frontman set. You can use Juggernaut, depends on how good your medic is in the group. And again, you can go luck precision. Really, just use whatever attributes you want, whatever you like. If you want to be a little bit tankier, go con, adu strength. If you want to be all out DPS, go luck precision strength. Or luck breed con. Exotics, heavy weapon crit, critical chance, heavy weapon damage, pups, heavy weapon damage. On your rifle, again, rifle crit chance. I recommend using a heat rifle, and then you can use cold, electric, or acid heavy weapon. Because again, heat element will stack with cold, electric, and acid. So you may as well get, you know, a couple elements running. And if you want to use a heat heavy weapon, I would recommend acid on the rifle. Get that crit up. We'll just sit here and kill some more stuff. You can just watch. Again, please be watching this on a TV where you can actually see like what I'm doing on the toolbar. If you're on a phone, that would be just really small. Oh, and I wasn't even in position scared that whole time. Didn't have that 20% action reduction, kind of showed. Oh, inventory's filling up quick too. But yeah, guys, that's expertise. That's the build. The one thing I can only show you, and this is just something you're gonna have to practice, is you are mashing everything on this toolbar just at the nanosecond, the absolute nanosecond that it comes off cooldown. You are just spamming through all of it. And when you get these big mobs, man, it like your kill meter just fills up so quick. It's almost impossible to keep it empty. And my bot is putting in pretty good work too. This video hits what, 5,000 views. I'll do a solo build. Either that or one of you fuckers can PayPal me. PvP lessons, 20 mil. Actually, I don't PvP a lot. I space PvP. That's what I do. So I can't give you any really solid, grounded suggestions for ground PvP on a Commando. Other than if it's mass PvP, don't bother switching to a rifle. And don't put many points in position security either. It's just, you will not spend a lot of time securing your position. But, yeah, that's it.